Hi, I'm Ken Campbell. I'm the CEO of Gunsite Academy Incorporated. If you don't know, Gunsite's the world's oldest and largest privately owned firearms training academy. We're located just north of Prescott, Arizona. We're over 3,200 acres. We've got 27 ranges. We can shoot from contact out to 2,400 yards. It was founded by a guy by the name of Jeff Cooper. That name you should know if you're much of a firearms aficionado. Jeff wrote what we call the modern technique of the pistol. Jeff believed that we needed to have a robust, reliable, accurate, and affordable fighting person's gun. And we had that for many years and still do with the 1911 platform and 45 ACP. But just as the modern technique has evolved over these 47 years, so has technology and firearms and optics and ammunition. All these things have evolved. So here we have a collaboration with Glock, Holosun, and Davidson's to create a great fighting pistol. That's what this is, a fighting pistol. This is the Glock, the Gunsite Glock service pistol. This is a Glock model 45. It's a 9mm. It has a 19 top end and a model 17 bottom end. Think commander size pistol. Now, Glock did some special things for Gunsite at our request. If you can see, the slide is milled so the optic is direct mount. You want a direct mount if you can. You can put the plate on there, mount the plate, mount the optic on the plate. You can go out here on the road and violate a law and maybe you'll get by with it. But when you violate a law of physics, there's going to be a penalty. And that's what happens with that repeated pounding of the reciprocation of the slide, and the screws will fail. That's not saying anything negative about the optic or the screws, it's physics. So this is direct mount. It's going to be more reliable. It has a Holosun 509T pistol mounted optic. If you think pistol mounted optics are the thing of the future, you're wrong. Pistol mounted optics are today. About 60% of the pistols we see in our week-long shooting classes at Gunsite have pistol mounted optics. Think about where we were 25 years ago with carbines. That's where we are right now with pistol mounted optics. So we got the Holosun 509T. In the event of a catastrophic failure, we have Ameriglow suppressor sights. So you can immediately transition to those iron sights and you can stay in the fight. Remember, this is a fighting person's gun. We also had an FBI magazine catch. It's a little bit bigger. Don't think competition size, think just a little bit bigger, and it's rounded, so it's a little more easily accessible. Gunsite also, traditionally, has a lanyard loop on our pistols. We wanted one here. I'm a former SWAT commander, and I can tell you a lot of competitions I was at where the guys and gals came off that rappelling tower, one way or another, they went inverted, either on purpose or by accident, and that pistol went tumbling down to the deck. If you've got a lanyard loop and the right way to affix it, it's not going anywhere. So we had the lanyard loop. We also have a minus connector. That gives it a better trigger press. In the event you're in that fight and you've got to make that precision shot, a nicer trigger is what you're going to want in there. We also have, to honor our tradition, Gunsite was called the American Pistol Institute. And if you look on the serial number, it begins with the letters API. So that was a nice thing that Glock did with us. And then we have what we affectionately call the bird and the word. The Gunsite's totem is a raven. So we have the bird and the word. And if you're old enough to remember the song, everybody loves the bird and the word. And this, along with a classic Gunsite, will make you shoot better. Regardless, this is a gun. I try to think back to my prior life as a sheriff. And what can that 25-year-old patrol deputy afford? He's got a wife, a couple of kids, the car payment, the house payment, but he or she or a husband, he or she needs a gun that they can either use on duty or off duty. And this fits that bill. It's reliable, it's robust, it's accurate, and it's affordable, and it's a great partnership. These are available through Davidson's dealers and also direct from the Gunsite Pro Shop. Now, just as an aside, if you buy your Gunsite Glock service pistol from the Gunsite Pro Shop, the back plate will be different. it will have what we call the retro Raven, which is the flying bird with the word Gunsite on it. And that's just kind of a point of personal pride. And if you go over here at the Glock table and you shoot that gun, it's got the retro Raven on it. Now, that one over there is my personal gun. It doesn't miss. So if you miss with that gun, it's time for you to come to Gunsite for a class.